pinned under. The dog was hungry, but okay. They rescued him, nursed him back, and named him Miracle.
Howie has survived is a miracle. Total miracle.
More than 10,000 families responded saying they would adopt him. And tonight, Miracle has found a new home.
Hi, David. I'm Brianna Beatty, and I'm here with my daughters.
And someone else.
You might recognize Miracle.
Miracle, a little heavier now, healthier and happier. All that exercise, all that love. Tonight, the Beatty family telling us he's gained 16 pounds and a family.
We're going to have the best holiday ever with them. Have a great night.
Makes it a great night now. Miracle and his new home. We love seeing that today. I'm David Muir. I hope to see you right back here tomorrow. Good night.
Paul Drew, weekends on KITV4 Island News.
On KITV4 Island News tonight, overworked, mistreated, harassed. The many problems facing female parolees in Hawaii.
We couldn't live without the bus.
Ridership on the bus is down on Oahu. Why?
Get more buses or have a different route that's faster.
Like we do every holiday season at KITV4, it's Adopt a Family Time.
For the past couple of years, I've been holding on by a thread.
Now, from Honolulu, for all of Hawaii, this is KITV4 Island News.
Well, ridership on the bus on Oahu is down right now. Good evening. I'm Tom George in for Brenton Awa tonight.
And I'm Annalisa Burgos in for Mika Miyashima. The city claims numbers have been falling for the past 4 years.
KITV4's Eddie Dowd joins us live from the Alapai Transit Center in Kaka'ako tonight with some details on the new push to stop that drop. And Eddie, we're already one of the top cities in America for bus ridership, so what's going on?
You know, the city is hoping to modernize. One of the ways they are trying to modernize is with a card like this. You put it with credits, you pay for those credits, and when you get on the bus, all you have to do is tap it at a device, and that pays for your ride. Now, just one of the things they're working on implementing to get more commuters to stay with them. Daryl May owns a car, but commutes 3 hours a day from Eva Beach on the bus because it's easier.
Me personally, it's more convenient. Parking is hard.
Dennis Vanderpool did the math and found he saves around $500 a month by ditching his ride.
Like the convenience of not having to drive to and from work. I get to save all that money. I don't have the aggravation of being stuck in traffic.
But people like Daryl May and Vanderpool are hard to find these days. Since 2015, the city is seeing less people riding the bus. Honolulu Mayor Kirk Caldwell calls it a product of competition.
Many of them that had no choice but to use our bus system now do have some other choice. Again, Uber or Lyft.
To fight back, the mayor believes modernizing bus service is a good start. The bus app already shows arrival times and different methods of paying.
We need to change our technology, and I think it makes it more accessible to a lot more people.
Another concern brought up by riders is time.
It takes about an hour and a half taking the bus from Eva Beach to my school, and then compared to riding a car, it's only half an hour.
Some of our buses, we have large buses going into the backs of neighborhoods, perhaps smaller buses, more fuel-efficient buses. I'm going there and redeploying some of our larger buses where they're really needed.
Now, the decline in ridership has not had a major impact on the budget, but the mayor says they will continue to monitor it, and they say the majority of that budget is subsidized. Reporting live, Eddie Dowd, KITV4 Island News.
Eddie, well, here's a live look right now outside tonight. Cloudy skies this evening with some scattered heavy rains for parts of Hawaii. A muggy Monday, to say the least.
And of course, KITV4 meteorologist Pika Jano has the first weather forecast at flash flood.
Yeah, flash flood watch in effect for the entire state. So we do have the possibility for some heavier rains. And right now we're seeing them, just most of them, luckily have been offshore, but it's a close call for many locations. We have a big thunderstorm developing just south and east of Oahu. So there it is, our three-dimensional view. Right now, some scattered light to moderate rain. Times a little heavier for the windward side. You can see Kaneohe getting into the act. Huimanu also getting into the act with some moderate rain. Again, some very heavy rainfall. This is a pretty powerful thunderstorm right now, just offshore, but this one looks like it's going to stay offshore. But again, a close call as that rainfall is just about 6 miles offshore. So we'll keep an eye on that cell as it does drift off to the west. Big Island flash flood advisory in effect for some heavier rain we saw on the Kona side earlier. Those showers are beginning to weaken. Again, the entire state under a flash flood watch until 6 a.m. So disturbance allowing for some pockets of heavier rain. For the Kona side, those showers beginning to weaken, but as we head through the evening, cloudy conditions. Best chance of rain will be the Big Island, but everyone has a shot of a scattered shower or two. Coming up, we'll track that flash flood advisory and let you know if more wet weather could be on the way. We'll have that coming up a little bit later. Tom and Annalisa.
Well, after nearly 2 months of protesting, demonstrators against the construction of Napua Makani wind farm in Kahuku are frustrated, but have no plans of backing down.
And on top of that, overnight, 18 more people were arrested in Kalailoa. About 200 people demonstrated outside the facility of developer AES. Protesters again tried to block the trucks from transporting the equipment from the construction site to Kahuku, and some of them actually taped themselves to PVC pipes.
I think that the community needs to stand up and that we need to say something, because if we don't, then things like this are just going to be pushed through without us saying anything. And I think some have, have risen up and some have said things, but our government isn't listening.
Now, all 18 people were released after posting bail ranging from $100 to $1,000.
AES released this statement over the weekend. After meeting with community members, the company says it's committed to continuing conversations and adding more security at Kalailoa to, quote, enhance the safety of the protesters, police, and transport team, end quote.
And we have continuing coverage on the wind farm worries on air and across social media. We also have a designated section on our website where you can see all of our reports on this. That's at kitv.com.
Well, 3 people were arrested in Kauai over the weekend for trying to solicit sex from a minor. It's part of a state and federal sting called Operation Keiki Shield. Law enforcement officers posed as children targeting online predators. The Homeland Security Investigations Honolulu office says 1 in 25 children ages 10 to 17 are solicited for sex online.
The message today is not just for our families and our community, but we are also speaking directly to the current and potential sexual predators. Soliciting children for sex and sexual activities will not be tolerated, and we will not stop in the pursuit of justice and protection of our keiki and our community.
Operation Keiki Shield also netted 22 arrests on Oahu earlier this year, and only 1 person arrested had a prior criminal background. But the investigation found many others engaged in previous crimes that went undetected.
Turning now to Crime Spotters tonight, Honolulu police are looking for a man accused of forging checks he stole from the person he was working for as a caregiver. Last year, 46-year-old Michael Hose allegedly asked one of his patients to cash 2 checks, but both of them bounced. According to Honolulu police, those checks were actually stolen from another patient that he was caring for. Hose is wanted on a $25,000 arrest warrant for theft and forgery. A $25,000 arrest warrant also issued for 48-year-old Kevin Nakayama. He also goes by the name Jason. He's accused of breaking in and burglarizing a business in Aiea back on August 11th. He was identified by using security footage. If you have information on either of those men, you're asked to call police. That number 955-8300.
And Kamamalu Neighborhood Park, one of the oldest on Oahu, is getting a makeover. The city is partnering with the YMCA to build a new restroom, add lighting, improve landscaping, and upgrade the playground. The current basketball court's being converted into a parking lot with 150 metered stalls. There's hope the renovations could bring more visitors to the area.
Today, right now, it's pretty quiet in here. Yeah. And my hope is that in the future, as we move forward, you'll see Keiki in here celebrating the great outdoors on weekdays and weekends.
Well, the cost of the project's an estimated $1.7 million, and it's still in the planning stages.
And new tonight, feral pigs causing more harm than good to Hawaii's ecosystems. Two new studies from the University of Hawaii analyzed the state's work to remove the invasive species. One study showed areas with feral pigs also contained more earthworms and ground beetles, and areas with no pigs actually had better soil. Overall, the study found that forests thrive without those pigs. And this is also new tonight. The W.M. Keck Observatory on Mauna Kea confirmed NASA's belief that there is water vapor on one of Jupiter's 79 moons. The water vapor was found on the moon Europa. Scientists believe the vapor is actually coming from an underground liquid ocean. That ocean is twice as big as Earth. Wow. Scientists say the new discovery will help them better understand Europa ahead of a new mission to explore the moon next year. Pretty cool.
In a habitable shape, perhaps? I
We'll
don't know.
see.
We'll see.
Yes, you're getting into some Area 51 territory with that one.
All right. Follow the rules or end up behind bars again.
Yeah, coming up on KITV4 Island News, problems for female parolees in Hawaii and claims that they're overworked, mistreated, and sometimes harassed. We'll be right back. What happened in Vegas didn't stay in Vegas for the UH football team. Brandy Higa joins us live from the newsroom to explain.
Tom, that win in Vegas this weekend has implications that will linger for the UH football team. I'll tell you what happens next. That's coming up during KITV4 Island Sports.
And also coming up on KITV4 Island News, the holiday season can be a tough time for many. Find out how you can adopt a family this Christmas. Stay with us.
Tonight, it's the dancing semifinals. Frenzy of excitement. And any one of these stars could win it all.
How did that feel?
Pretty dang good. Dancing live tonight on ABC.
KITV4 Island News is brought to you by Zippy's.
This Thanksgiving, spend more time celebrating the season and less time worrying about it. Order a fully cooked Zippy's Thanksgiving meal today and relax in the company of family and friends. A juicy, tender turkey, real mashed potatoes, gravy made with drippings, and our house-made pineapple cranberry relish. And don't forget to add on our famous pumpkin pie and maki sushi. Hurry, order online at zippys.com and get up to $15 off. It's only for a limited time, so act now before the offer is gone. Zippy's, a relaxing Thanksgiving tradition.
Aloha and welcome aboard. With Hawaiian Airlines, you feel at home on every flight. We treat you like family, so of course, we serve you a complimentary meal. We seat you together and make sure you're comfortable. The spirit of Hawaii is in everything we do. Hawaii flies with us. We are proud to celebrate 90 years of serving the islands.
A healthy smile should last a lifetime with quality oral health care. That's why Hawaii Dental Service offers several individual dental plans starting at under $21 per month. All plans provide preventative care coverage, including 2 annual exams, cleanings, and more, with access to the largest network of dentists in Hawaii. Enroll in a plan online or over the phone. Call HDS today or visit hawaiidentalservice.com. Live well, smile more with HDS.
It's just really heart-wrenching when you know that you need help and nobody wants to give it to you. When you have just experienced something that's been really traumatizing. When you find that one person who gives you that dignity that you have within yourself, then that makes you feel like, wow, there's people out there that really care. And that was Glenn Honda.
You're watching KITV4 Island News.
Welcome back. Well, KITV4 is a proud partner with Helping Hands of Hawaii. We're spreading the spirit of giving during this holiday season.
That's right. To help, you can adopt a family. And we kick off our campaign tonight with a story about an Ohana battling life-threatening illnesses and the matriarch who works multiple jobs to support them.
So this is his graduation picture.
If anyone deserves a holiday, it's Teresa Aipolani. The certified nurse's assistant works with client patients 7 days a week and is a caregiver for her own family. Her husband Jason, who has stage 4 renal failure and diabetes.
My make-a-wish was from...
And her 23-year-old son Jaron, who is recovering from a tough battle with leukemia. She recalls when Jaron was diagnosed in 2013.
It was like a bullet to your brain. My kids needed me more than ever. They were ready. They were like, no worry, Mom, do what you gotta do. You know, we got the kids, we got the house, you know. And I think that was the hardest thing for us to go through as a family.
Teresa says Jaron underwent more than 70 rounds of chemotherapy. Through it all, his mother was there.
She's pretty much the backbone to our family. Those are the moments that I really miss. During that treatment, I never felt any closer to her because she was the only person in the family who every day would be there for me.
If it wasn't for her, this place, everybody would. And you can tell everybody would break down without her.
That includes 2 teenagers, relatives whose own families couldn't care for them, 16-year-old great-grandniece Lainell and 14-year-old adopted son Shayston.
They do so much for us. No matter how much family issues we have going on, they always find a way to be there for us.
For everything that she does for us, she deserves a whole year break.
For the past couple of years, I've been holding on by a thread, just trying to support the family and keep the kids as normal, keep normalcy as normal in this family as possible.
The Aipolanis also have 2 grown daughters and a son. They have 4 grandchildren, the youngest born just a month ago. Teresa says her family is her source of strength.
We still fight every single day to survive, to be together as a family and stuff. You know, we still struggle, we still, you know, but we're okay. Yeah, we're getting through.
And Teresa's wish list includes kitchenware and gift cards for Foodland. Jason could use a wooden walking cane and a shower chair. And the children's wish list includes video games and clothes. If you're interested in adopting this family, send an email to Adopt a Family. That's aaf@helpinghandhawaii.org. Be sure to note FT-LEE-1.
What an amazing story you did meeting that family.
Yeah.
You know, and,
it's so inspiring, you know, because despite all of the struggles that everyone goes through, you know, you just keep pushing on.
Yeah, and sometimes that little bit of help, especially around the holidays, to kind of brighten their day for sure. All right, well, there were some record temperatures here in Hawaii last month.
But it wasn't the only place feeling the heat. Coming up on KITV4 Island News, it was Red October everywhere.
Yeah, mix of sun and clouds today.
And the threat of heavy rains continues tonight. What are you seeing, Pete?
Yeah, we're tracking a thunderstorm actually just offshore of the South Shore. So kind of a lightning threat is going to be with us at least for the next 45 minutes to an hour as this storm passes very close to the South Shore. We'll track it for you coming up, but we're talking about your Tuesday forecast as well. We've got all that after the break. First off, we'll take you out to the windward side. And this is our windward mall cam. It's been rainy there in Kaneohe. Coming up, your forecast in just 2 minutes.
What a move, man. That was crazy, bro.
Here's your chili tickets, Uncle.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
I have your autograph.
I'll put it in the bank for you.
What? No. It is Marcus Mariota's autograph.
We'll deposit it this way. Don't worry. Come on.
Okay.
First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
It's the Miller Lite Tastes All Right Pauhana Series.
Pauhana can be anywhere with Time supermarkets. You'll find everything you'll need for the perfect get-together. Sterling silver premium meats, ethnic foods galore, poke, and more poke. And you have to check out the kitchen for your local favorites. Oh, and don't forget your Miller Lite. And when it comes to everyday savings and Pauhana, it's about times.
Check it out on KITV.com/Pauhana.
Your retirement is something you've worked hard for, so you deserve a health plan you can count on. HMSA Medicare Advantage plans now start at $0 a month. Choose from a large network of doctors and specialists. Enjoy reliable local customer service, vision benefits, travel coverage, even a fitness center membership to help you stay active. Learn more about HMSA Medicare Advantage plans starting at $0 a month at hmsa.com/advantage.
How many people here watch TV? Me too.
Next, Ellen, Paul Reiser and Helen Hunt from the new Mad About You.
Who are those people? I don't have any memory of that at all.
Plus, Ellen's new guessing game and favorite player.
I went to a swingers party, Carol. I am training to become a pole dancer, Carol.
Ellen, weekdays on KITV.
Yes. Come on. Don't stop clapping now.
Happy Honda Days is on now. Unwrap the joy of a new CR-V, the best-selling CUV over the past decade.
That's all right.
KITV4 Island News, sponsored by Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Last month was the second hottest October on Earth, just behind October 2015. That's nearly 2 degrees Fahrenheit higher than average. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says 2019 to date is also the second hottest year for Earth. The records contributed to what contributed to this was the melting of ice in the Arctic Sea. In Hawaii, we've had 20 records set in Honolulu and 20 records tied. So as you know here locally, it's been a hot one, and across the entire Earth, those records continue to come in. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have right now, because we are tracking not heat. It is warm out there, but we're tracking a thunderstorm actually just offshore of our south shore. So as we look past Diamond Head, we have a thunderstorm just offshore, just a few miles offshore. And there is a potential we could have a lightning threat, at least for the south shore. Sometimes these lightning bolts can push very far away from the actual storm course. So sometimes you can see lightning 5-10 miles away from the actual thunderstorm, and that lies, unfortunately, the South Shore lies right in that range. We have detected some lightning, mostly offshore, so mostly the lightning's been detected right about here, but close enough that we just want to kind of give you a heads up. It might not be the worst idea to maybe be indoors if you're on the South Shore for the next 30 minutes to 45 minutes as this thunderstorm passes just to the south. I think most of the rain likely will miss us, but again, it's a close call. This one's just a few miles offshore. It's lifting in a westerly direction. So we're going to keep an eye on that one. Also some moderate rain right now for the windward shore. So we had some rain along Kaneohe. That's cleared on out, but now that's moved up to the north. Into Kauai, dry conditions right now. We'll take you down towards Maui County. Heavier rainfall offshore. A couple of windward showers, a few light showers for the West Maui area. And then on the Big Island, flood advisory was issued for the Kona side, but those showers falling apart. That's in effect until 6:30. The entire state under a flash flood watch in effect until tomorrow at 6 a.m. We have an upper level disturbance northwest of Kauai. That's what's fueling that rain potential into tonight. It's going to be hit and miss scattered showers. So we'll have that potential for rain tonight into the overnight. Our computer model actually picking up some rain pushing into Oahu right around 3:30. So we'll keep an eye on that. Into tomorrow, still some unsettled weather with some scattered showers possible, and can't rule out some of this to be a little bit on the heavier side. So it's not all day rain. It's kind of pop-up showers just like today. In fact, here in Oahu, we had much of the day was dry, but now we're starting to see a few of those thunderstorms develop. As for surf, still up for the North Shore, 6 to 10 there, 3 to 6 for west, 3 to 5 for east, and relatively flat for south. We have a new northwest swell building by midweek. We'll take you island by island into the Big Island, mostly cloudy with scattered showers for you. Maui County, partly sunny. We have the chance for rain, with some of those being a little bit on the heavier side. Here in Oahu, kind of a mix of sun and clouds, just like today, with a possibility for some scattered showers. And any rain that does develop could be a little bit on the heavier side. Same story for the Garden Isle. Into tonight, temperatures down to the lower 70s. That chance of rain throughout the night into tomorrow. Still a little bit unsettled weather. Mix of sun and clouds with some scattered hit and miss rains, not out of the question. Highs in the middle 80s, and we lose our trade, so light winds. It'll feel a little sticky out there, but we clear this out by Wednesday. Our trade winds return, and we'll actually start to get much sunnier and much breezier as we head through the rest of the week. So one more day of this unsettled weather, and then things start to clear out.
Yeah, it's been muggy and rough the past couple days, but you know, after the rain comes the rainbow. And speaking of which, UH basketball, sports time now with Brandy Higa.
That's right. Rainbow Warriors took on Illinois tonight on national TV. Plus, Hawaii's Tuatango Vailoa underwent hip surgery. We'll have an update. And Rolo and his Bows are going bowling. KITV4 Island Sports is next.
Tuesday. It's my favorite time of the year, so it must be time for Favorite Things.
Yes, it's Deals and Steals on Oprah's Favorite Things.
Hey, Michael, Sarah, Kiki, got some deals for you.
This segment is sponsored by Navian Hawaii, formerly Hospice Hawaii.
For 40 years, Hospice Hawaii has provided expert hospice care to patients at the end of life. Now we're adding integrated care, a new service that delivers specialized help to patients with serious illnesses before hospice care is needed. As we expand our services, our name will also be changing to Navian Hawaii, now providing care for every life journey.
Geico makes it easy to get help when I need it. With licensed agents available 24/7, it's not just easy. It's having Jerome Bettis on your flag football team easy. Go get him, Bus!
Come on, Bus. Come on. Hey, wait. I'm gonna get the flag. I got your flag, man. I got your flag.
It's Geico Easy, with licensed agents available 24/7.
49-0.
Stop by your neighborhood 7-Eleven Hawaii store this holiday season for one of our delicious party platters. Deluxe and Volcano Sushi, Game Time Spam Musubi, Chicken Adobo Pancit, Sesame Chicken Salad, Sandwich Platter, and Assorted Mochi. Visit or call your neighborhood 7-Eleven Hawaii store to place your order today.
He was a single father, so it's just me and my sister, so we grew up pretty tight with just the three of us.
Natasha's world got turned upside down when her sister called about their father's accident.
The whole truck was burning. They don't know if he's gonna live. 3 months in the hospital, a month in rehab, and just for him to do things on his own took 2 years.
Tasha knew she needed help and called Levitt, Yamane, and Soldner.
They removed all of that worry, so anytime insurance would call me, bills were being sent to us, they told us to just send it to them. John Yamane, he was an anchor during the most hardest time in our family.
Levitt, Yamane, and Soldner can help you too. lyslaw.com.
My dad still tries to be active and he still tries to swim, and he brings his cane all the way to the ocean to go into the water, and my dad's my rock.
Hawaii's Remarkable Women is sponsored by Levitt, Yamane, and Soldner.
Such a hard worker and great kid.
Avea, he's got all 5 for Hawaii. Samuta Avea.
Hot start for Samuta Avea, the Rainbow Warrior basketball team tonight on national TV, taking on Illinois. Bows trailed by as many as 7 points in the first half. Eddie Stansberry, three-pointer there helped them get back. Zigmar's Raimo made it all square at 26 going into the break. Finished with a team-high 16 tonight. The Illini built a double-digit lead in the second half, beat the Bows by 13 tonight, 66-53 Illinois. The final, Hawaii falls to 3-2 on the year, still without head coach Aran Ganat, who remains on medical leave. Next, UH returns home to host New Orleans on Sunday. The UH football team will be fighting for the Mountain West Division this week when San Diego State comes to town. Good evening, I'm Brandy Higa. Rainbow Warriors kept their title hopes alive with a 21-7 win over UNLV this weekend. Also became bowl eligible. Cole McDonald came off the bench to throw for 211 yards, ran for 2 scores, and on defense, Bo shut out the Rebels in the final 3 quarters of the game.
Pressure for Oblak. Pocket collapsed around him. He's rolling left side and picked off at the goal line.
Boys, Paul Scott got that interception late in the 4th quarter to ruin any hopes of a Rebel comeback. This week's game against the Aztecs at Aloha Stadium, set for 6 p.m. And sticking with college football, Alabama quarterback Tua Tagovailoa had successful surgery on his right hip this morning. The St. Louis product dislocated his hip after being taken down at the end of the first half in Saturday's 38-7 win over Mississippi State. Nick Saban, head coach for the Crimson Tide, said he wasn't second-guessing his decision to keep Tua in, but did admit today he's hurting right now for his injured QB.
You know, we lost a great leader, a great player on our team, and we're all hurting because of it. Just like any time you lose somebody in your family, for whatever reasons, everybody in the family is hurting. And this is all about people, and this is all about the person. And, you know, we're pleased that the surgery went successfully, you know, today, and they expect him to have a full recovery. I feel bad. I'm hurting. All right, but so I call him on Saturday night to cheer him up. He cheers me up. I called him last night because I've been sitting in that room for 10 hours yesterday watching film. I called him to cheer him up. He cheers me up. So this is a guy that has great spirit. He's very positive about just about everything he does and the effect that he has on other people.
Incredible personality. And Tua could begin athletic activity again at the earliest 3 months. All right, this is pretty cool. From Monday night in the NFL, the Chiefs and Chargers faced off tonight in Mexico City. And after a Chargers field goal in the 1st quarter, first touchdown of the game didn't come till the 2nd. A 6-yard scamper to pay dirt by LaShawn McCoy. Travis Kelce made it 24-9 Chiefs in the 3rd quarter. How's that toe drag and control by the big tight end? At last check, Kelce and Kansas City lead 24-17 in the 4th quarter. Turf was an issue last year. Resulted in a site change. Not the case this year, though. Field was in excellent condition. Instant noodle looks so good right now. I don't put that last shot in because I'm so hungry.
Tacos.
Yeah, or something.
I know. I want to see the ukulele cover if they come back to Aloha Stadium for another NFL game with the theme song there. That'd be cool. Yeah.
What do they serve in the stadium?
I don't know.
Spam musubi?
Oh, man. Yeah. Perfect.
All right. Thanks, Brandy.
Yeah.
Now, from Honolulu, for all of Hawaii, this is KITV4 Island News.
Fewer Oahu residents are riding the bus than they were 4 years ago.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, here's our top 4 stories on KITV4 Island News at 6 tonight. Honolulu Mayor Kirk Caldwell says more people are choosing to use rideshare like Uber or Lyft or bikes instead of hopping on the bus. Another major concern for riders is take. The mayor says in order to keep riders, the city is working on cutting bus commute times and improving technology.
And overnight, 18 more people were arrested in Kelailoa protesting the construction of a wind farm in Kahuku. Nearly 200 people showed up outside the AES facility. That's the developer of the project. Demonstrators say they're frustrated but not backing down. Meantime, AES says it has met with community members to discuss concerns and is stepping up security.
3 people were arrested in Kauai over the weekend for trying to solicit sex from a minor. It's all part of a state and federal sting called Operation Keiki Shield. Law enforcement officers posed as children targeting those online predators. The Homeland Security Investigations Honolulu office says 1 in 25 children ages 10 to 17 are solicited for sex online.
The city's partnering with the YMCA to renovate Kamamalu Neighborhood Park. The $1.7 million project will include building a new restroom, adding high-tech lights, improving landscaping, and upgrading the playground. The current basketball court is being converted into a parking lot with 150 metered stalls. There's no timeline for when the project will be completed.
Well, problems for parolees, the challenges ex-convicts face to stay out of prison.
KITV4's Paul Drews investigates why some may be overworked, underpaid, or face harassment on the job. He joins us live now in the newsroom tonight. Paul.
Well, when parole begins, prisoners are free to leave, but they're not free to do whatever they want. Instead, they must follow strict rules to remain in society, and if they don't, they're sent back behind bars.
A lot of them don't have family to go to. Most of them don't have any money, let alone their vital documents to get what they need, their ID, their medical, their welfare. So it's hard when they come out. They face a lot of challenges.
Well, how do you not lose yourself in a relationship?
At the Women in Need Center in Aiea, talk centers on helping women adjust to their new life, which also requires them to steer clear of substance abuse and get a job.
When they first come out of prison, they want to work right away. They want to get money. And most of them, the only way they know how to do that is deal. So we try and put the brakes on a little bit to try and get them acclimated so they can find a job that's going to help them pay whatever they need to get.
Not every employer will hire an ex-convict, which can limit the opportunities. Mary adds some who do may overwork or underpay ex-con employees.
I think they can definitely be a target because I think employees know that, they are on parole and sometimes they will take advantage of that.
There were choices that led me here. Regrettably, those choices have harmed 8 individuals.
The story begins in 2009. I was arrested and convicted of 140 charges.
Susan Shaw spent 8 years in prison for fraud, ID theft, and other charges before being paroled. She was able to get a job that she enjoyed at a downtown restaurant and says many parolees make good employees.
So they're going to show up to work because it's required. They're going to work really hard for their paycheck because they need to pay their bills. Most of them have restitution to pay, so they need that gainful employment.
Shaw says that job came to an end, though, when she rejected advances by her boss.
He started texting me about coming back and having drinks with him. I did not. The following night, the same thing, I left again. He had asked me to have drinks with him. The following day, he had called my parole officer.
She was accused of credit card fraud and sent back behind bars.
I was returned to prison. I waited 57 days, and I saw the Hawaii Paroling Authority in our violation hearing. I explained my side of the story, and thankfully, they had found me not guilty and they had released me.
Shaw was later arrested and convicted of credit card fraud and spent another 2 years in prison, but is once again back out on parole and hopeful she won't go back.
The fear of recidivism, it's so high. Spending 8 years in prison, I continually saw women leave, and within just a matter of time, they would be back.
Shaw is working once again at a retail job, an important step to keep her out of prison as she provides encouragement to other parolees.
And sometimes people just want to give up hope. And then when they don't find gainful employment, they go back to their old behaviors, criminal behaviors.
They've paid their time. They've done their debt to society. They deserve a chance. They're wonderful, caring human beings. They're mothers. They're our neighbors. They're sisters.
Now, Mary adds one of the best ways to reduce the number of ex-cons returning to prison is by providing support from their peers and the community. As for Shaw, she's working to rebuild her life and reconnect with her children as she appeals her last conviction, even though she's already finished serving her time for it. Reporting live in the newsroom, Paul Drews, KITV4 Island News.
All right, thanks, Paul. Well, turning now to the Big Island, the search for a 40-year-old man swept into the ocean while picking opihi has now been called off. The man was last seen near Honoka'a on Thursday. The U.S. Coast Guard says it searched more than 2,000 square miles along with the Hawaii County Fire Department, but they found no sign of that missing man. The man's friend was also swept into the ocean but was found at the bottom of a 60-foot cliff.
On Maui, firefighters are investigating what caused a massive building fire in Kula Agriculture Park. The fire started last night around 8. It took crews nearly 4 hours to put it out. The building stored farm material and equipment. There were no injuries. Meantime, over on the Big Island, an arson investigation is open after a home in Volcano went up in flames last night. Fire crews had to break through back windows in order to get into the house, according to the department. Inside, they found a pile of furniture on fire. No one was injured, and the damage is estimated to be nearly $57,000.
Well, developing today, 3 people are dead after a shooting this morning in the parking lot of an Oklahoma Walmart. Police say the gunman shot a man and woman before turning the gun on himself. All 3 died at the scene. Police are calling this an isolated incident.
Obviously, with the history in the last several years, it has a lot of impact. It makes people very fearful. It makes people wonder what's going on. It's a change in the community. We've gone a while, as you well know, without any real major incident like this. So puts everybody on edge, puts the schools on edge, hospitals, businesses, everyone's on edge. So I think it's something that we need to get as much information as we can.
Now, right now, investigators have not released the victim's name or a motive.
The 4 men killed in a shooting in Fresno, California Sunday evening ranged in age from 23 through 40. 2 of the victims are well-known entertainers in the Hmong community, an ethnic group from Southeast Asia. Police are still looking for the 2 men who opened fire in the backyard of a home while family was watching football. 6 others were injured.
It appears that this incident was a targeted act of violence against this residence. We are investigating leads, and we do have information that possibly some people at this party were involved in a disturbance earlier this week.
Police say there is no evidence anyone at the party had any ties to gangs, but the department will establish an Asian gang task force to investigate.
Well, a Colorado family finding closure today after their daughter's killer was sentenced. CNN's Britt Conway spoke with prosecutors today.
It was a sweet day in the sense that justice was brought to Patrick Frazee for this brutal, gruesome, senseless murder.
Patrick Frazee learning his fate in a Colorado court, receiving a life sentence for the murder of his fiancée, Kelsey Barrett, plus 156 years on top of that for charges including solicitation to commit murder.
It's a sad day that all justice can do is hold Patrick Frazee accountable.
It was hard. We knew what her last moments on this earth were like, and yeah, it's heartbreaking because we know what happened to her.
Prosecutors say Frazee beat Barrett to death with a bat. Her body still hasn't been found. Barrett was also the mother of Frazee's young daughter.
She was a loving mother to Kaylee, a loving mother who the last day Kaylee will ever have a chance to see her mother was unfortunately November 22nd of last year. The last time she ever had a chance to touch her mother, the last chance she ever had a chance to hear from her mother.
She was a wonderful, kind soul. So to be able to bring justice for what happened to her is an honor and something I will never forget.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
And we've been following all of this violence over in Hong Kong. Very scary what's happening there, escalating tension between police and protesters.
Yeah, after the break, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo speaking out about those tensions.
KITV4 Island News is brought to you by Pacific Honda.
Pacific Honda is your state-of-the-art dealership right on the edge of downtown. With a fully covered air-conditioned showroom, Pacific Honda offers the best prices, best service, and the best selection in new Hondas right now. Stop by and celebrate our 50th anniversary with us with a great deal on a new Honda. Take advantage of our low leasing and financing deals. Plus, come down for a test drive and a chance to win a trip for 2 to Las Vegas, courtesy of Vacations Hawaii. Pacific Honda, home of the happy Honda lovers.
You know when you're at Ross and you realize it's time your sister stopped borrowing your sweaters? Yeah. That's yes for less.
Stop stealing mine.
Never. Holiday gifts everyone's sure to love at 20 to 60% off department store prices. At Ross, yes for less.
Aloha and welcome aboard. With Hawaiian Airlines, you feel at home on every flight. We treat you like family, so of course, we serve you a complimentary meal. We seat you together and make sure you're comfortable. The spirit of Hawaii is in everything we do. Hawaii flies with us. We are proud to celebrate 90 years of serving the islands.
It takes a village to raise a child, to build a bridge, to throw a baseball, to throw yourself into the unknown, to lose fear, to create hope. We believe that it takes a village of over 200,000 dedicated, passionate, driven medical and non-medical professionals to deliver on our belief in total health for all. We are Kaiser Permanente. Thrive.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, it helped me pay for my house. Being part-time really helped because I could have some opportunities that were still in education.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
You know when you're at Ross and you realize you are the hostess with the mostest?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Yes for Less. Entertain in style all season long. It feels even better when you find it for less. At Ross, yes for less.
You're watching KITV4 Island News.
Welcome back. Want to turn now to the public testimonies in the impeachment inquiry against President Donald Trump. They're now scheduled to kick off again this week.
Yeah, following it very closely, we'll hear from a total of 9 people, including David Holmes, a State Department official working at the U.S. Embassy in Ukraine, Trump's former Russian advisor, Fiona Hill, and European Union Ambassador Gordon Sondland. On Friday, behind closed doors, Holmes said he overheard a phone call between Trump and Sondland on July 26th. That's a day after Trump called Ukraine's president allegedly forcing the country to spy on Trump's 2020 campaign opponents.
And we're getting a sense of how the public thinks of all this. Right now, about 7 out of 10 Americans think the president's actions against Ukraine were wrong. That's according to a poll by ABC News. That poll also found that more than 50% say Trump deserves to be removed from office, 25% believe he didn't do anything wrong, and 13% say he was wrong, but that he shouldn't be impeached.
Violence by any side is unacceptable. The Hong Kong government bears primary responsibility for bringing calm to Hong Kong.
And that's U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo saying today the U.S. is following the unrest in Hong Kong and is calling on the government there to address public concerns.
Well, as violent clashes with police escalate, protesters have been barricaded inside a Hong Kong university.
As ABC's Mandy Geither reports, those students say they're ready to fight back.
Police in Hong Kong are pushing forward, trying to extract a group of protesters from Hong Kong Polytechnic University. Protesters have been barricaded inside the university since last Thursday as violence with police has continued to escalate. The campus in Kowloon is strategically placed next to the busiest harbor crossing connecting the city to Hong Kong Island. Protesters block the tunnel and are setting fires and throwing Molotov cocktails and other objects, trying to stop the police from advancing on the area.
It's very sad to see the school has been used as a weapon factory and an arsenal with all kinds of offensive weapons.
Protests on the island have been going on for months, ever since a controversial China extradition bill sparked marches across the city.
It's been more than 5 months that Hong Kong has been plunged into this chaotic and panic situation.
The bill was eventually suspended, sparking wider calls for democracy and an end to police brutality. Neither side looks to be ready to back down, and attempts for dialogue between the government and protesters have so far failed. As the unrest continues, a government official says next week's elections may not even happen.
Continuing this rampage is a lose-lose situation for Hong Kong.
I'm Mandy Gaither reporting.
All right, well, finishing the Honolulu Marathon is a big accomplishment for anyone.
Coming up, we introduce you to one man who plans to do just that and then run another marathon a week later.
Wow.
Stay with us.
Honda Days is on now. Unwrap the joy of a new HR-V, complete with second row magic seat.
That's all right.
Here in the club, I can't even hear my own voice. Jack in the Box would have been a better choice.
Head to Jack in the Box and experience the joy of missing out with my $4 mini munchies. Get them delivered with DoorDash.
Only a Jack in the Box.
How often do you see improper insurance claims?
We have been helping injured people for nearly 40 years. Almost always, injured people just want to be treated fairly. On the other hand, we all too often see insurance companies trying to take advantage of people by paying little or nothing. That's when we dig in and take a stand. Levitt, Yamani, and Solder is dedicated to help our clients receive fair compensation, and that will never change.
Hawaii small businesses work hard for their customers. Chocolea is a gourmet chocolate company in Manoa. They specialize in creating dark chocolate truffles and other treats. In the heart of Aiea lies Sunita Farms. This family farm has existed since 1928 through determination and hard work. Aloha Dry Cleaners and Laundry has operated for over 20 years. With 3 locations, they are proud to service Oahu. As Small Business Lender of the Year, CPB supports local businesses in all they do for our economy. It's another way Central Pacific Bank is going beyond for you.
This museum of fun was not a great call. Should have gone to Jack. They've got it all.
Head to Jack in the Box and experience the joy of missing out with my $4 mini munchies. Get them delivered with DoorDash.
Only a Jack in the Box.
Feels like a party. Tonight, it's the dancing semifinals. Frenzy of excitement. And any one of these stars could win it all.
How did that feel? Pretty dang good.
Dancing live tonight on ABC.
It's a classic Connors Thanksgiving.
We'll just have to be thankful for what we have. Like our toaster brick.
With friends and family.
You're selfish and self-centered. You're an old bitter rat in a curly wig.
The Connors, new Tuesday on ABC.
Well, training for one marathon in a lifetime, that could be hard enough.
Yeah, but one Eva Beach man isn't stopping there. As a manager for Lyft, Rob Mora's day job is to help Hawaii get around by car. But off the clock, he's been hard at work training for his own quest to run his way around the islands in a single year.
Wow.
Sometimes you just have to lace up and take that first step.
It's a big, hairy, audacious goal.
For Rob Mora, that first goal was just getting into shape.
Being slow, being overweight, not having the, the strength, and you run out of breath. I couldn't run a mile without stopping.
But after some training at home and out on the streets, the guy who couldn't even run 1 mile did his first 26.2 at the Honolulu Marathon last year. It's a big deal for any runner, and he's planning to do it again. But now, with more in the tank, he has a new goal.
I can do every island. I want to do every island and make the full round.
And he wants to do them all in 1 year. Here he is finishing a marathon on the Big Island, and here he is again on Maui.
Nice job. Good job. I love you.
He was supposed to do Kauai too, but he had to miss that one for good reason. That's when his son Zion was born. Now, with a new little runner in the family, he's been keeping busy, but he hasn't forgotten that goal. After he finishes the Honolulu Marathon, he's going to Kauai a week later to run his own personal marathon to make up for the one he missed.
I got my personal cheer squad of my wife and my new son, so I'm excited. We're all going over there for the weekend to do this.
He knows it'll be a lot, but he says it's all about that first step.
I think for most people, they stop and they don't push themselves beyond that barrier, and there's so much more beyond that. There really is.
Yeah, and good luck to him. He's got the full cheering squad behind him. But four in 1 year. Wow, that's a lot of work that goes into that. And KITV4 is your Honolulu Marathon station. Tune in for live extended coverage of the race starting at 4:30 in the morning on Sunday, December 8th. We'll have live crews throughout the 26.2-mile course, as well as marathon experts right here live in studio.
Oh, and we'll be here for sure, the weekend staff.
Definitely, we'll be there, and yeah, it's going to be an exciting time here in Honolulu. All right, well, when we come back, a last check of sports and weather.
You're watching KITV4 Island News. We'll be right back.
There are those those who will say that you're too fat, too skinny, too hard, too soft, too old, too much, too unexpected, too limited. And to them we say, too bad. Because at Kaiser Permanente, we believe that everyone deserves the right to thrive.
They count on you. If you serve or have served in any branch of the U.S. military, you can count on Navy Mutual for affordable life insurance.
We went with the best price, and that was with Navy Mutual.
Right now, a 35-year-old man can get $500,000 of life insurance for as little as $17 a month. If you are a veteran, active duty military, or a family member of someone who serves, find out how much you can save on life insurance.
Navy Mutual provided the best rates, the best customer service.
Navy Mutual offers some of the lowest life insurance rates available anywhere, with no hidden fees and no sales commissions.
You don't have these guys working on commissions. I think you'll find their rates are some of the lowest in the industry.
They count on you. Count on Navy Mutual to help protect their future.
Call now for your free life insurance quote. 1-866-339-6903. That's 1-866-339-6903.
Real steel. Find yours. And find what fuels you. Get the MS-250 high-performance chainsaw for just $329.95. Or a steel blower starting at only $159.95. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
Every wireless carrier claims they can save you money, but Spectrum Mobile's online savings calculator tells you exactly how much your family can save by switching.
But what if one person uses a ton of data because they have an exciting and vibrant life, and the other person is you?
Doesn't matter. Spectrum Mobile lets you mix and match plans to get the most savings across your entire family.
So what you're saying is, we're family.
Not even close.
Huh.
To see how much you can save, go to spectrummobile.com/save.
I'm gonna start planning our family vacation anyhow.
We'll take you out to Sandy's Beach earlier, just about an hour ago. Beautiful shot of a developing thunderstorm. Thanks, Amy, for sending this one in. And Laura's actually got a capture of a lightning bolt, and this is right over the skies of the South Shore here in Honolulu. So we've had some lightning earlier. Most of it was offshore, but some of it can kind of spread towards the coastline here. The good news is this thunderstorm has faded away. So maybe some light showers possible on the east side, but it doesn't appear that lightning is going to be as much of a threat over the next half hour. I think most of the lightning is out of the sky. We'll keep an eye on it. Elsewhere, though, relatively quiet conditions. Flash flood watch in effect, though, through the evening hours. 85 degrees tomorrow. More scattered showers possible. Brandy.
Thanks, Pete. Eddie Stansbury of the UH men's basketball team was named Big West Player of the Week today. Averaged 27 points last week as UH picked up wins over Pacific and Portland State. Stansbury finished with 10 tonight as the Rainbow Warriors fell to Illinois on the road. Next, they return home to host New Orleans on Sunday.
All right, well, we've been talking about Christmas season, guys. It's just right around the corner.
Yeah.
And over at the Sheraton Waikiki, it's there.
Yeah, I mean, it's there by Hawaii standards. No snow, but we do have a lot of sand to work with. So some artists from Florida completed a sand sculpture of Santa and Mrs. Claus just hanging out at the hotel's lobby right there. It's made of 8 tons of sand from a quarry. They're also working on a second sculpture of the Christmas couple with a reindeer. And of course, it's Hawaii. They need a menehune helper there too. That display will use 25 tons of sand. So the big question, how does it all stay together?
It is the shape of the grain. The grain is sharp and spiky, so when you compact it, it locks together a little bit like Velcro. So even when it dries out, the grain is still holding. And the only thing that we mix with the sculpture is water.
I've always wondered that. At least it's not going to melt like Frosty, you know? All right, well, since the sculptures are indoors, the artists say they should last forever as long as people don't touch them.
Oh, that's going to be hard.
Yeah, that last point is very important.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't touch them, Pete.
Yeah.
All right. Well, new at 6, 2 Oahu women are getting some new smiles this holiday season.
That's right. Oral Surgery Hawaii, which shot this video, will give 44-year-old Kaui Keolani Frost of Kaneohe and 45-year-old Tulalo Paese of Waianae $50,000 procedures to correct their smiles for free. Both have suffered from poor oral health and the lack of resources to fix it.
I won't be in any pain. I'll be able to smile. I'll have confidence. It will change my life.
Excited to apply for the jobs that I really want and be out there in the community and, you know, help just being out there, just being with people.
Oral Surgery Hawaii chose these 2 women out of nearly 300 local applicants. Aw. We kind of underestimate how important your smile is and how much confidence you have.
Definitely, and they all look so happy anyway. It's just nice to have that added little smile there.
Good story.
All right, thanks so much for being part of Hawaii's only hour-long 6 p.m. newscast. You can stay connected with all of us on Facebook and on Twitter.
You can also find KTV4 on Roku. We'll see you tonight at 10.
Experience the bold, crispy, mouth-watering flavors Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen is serving up in each and every bite, providing closed captioning for KITV4 Island News.
Because we're founded by physicians, you get better care. What is better care? It's health insurance guided by physicians to advance your health and well-being. UHA Health Insurance. Better care, better access, better coverage. It all adds up to better health and a better life. UHA Health Insurance. It's open enrollment. Ask your employer for UHA.
Oh. Hi. Hi. Can you sign my lunchbox?
Sure.
First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
This Thanksgiving, spend more time celebrating the season and less time worrying about it. Order a fully cooked Zippy's Thanksgiving meal today and relax in the company of family and friends. A juicy, tender turkey, real mashed potatoes, gravy made with drippings, and our house-made pineapple cranberry relish. And don't forget to add on our famous pumpkin pie and maki sushi. Hurry, order online at zippys.com and get up to $15 off. It's only for a limited time, so act now before the offer is gone. Zippy's, a relaxing Thanksgiving tradition.
The flock blindly falls into formation. Flying south for the winter, they never stray from their predetermined path. But this season, a more thrilling journey is calling. Defy the laws of human nature at the Season of Audi sales event. Get exceptional offers now.